I'll try to record this and then, but it might be longer. I'll try to reduce it. So this one we have, I'll be quick. Then you can collect with the memory stick or something, or you can get them on YouTube. You know, I have the channel, I get, but it's only having few people that view it. So they want the other guys from other provinces. So they don't choose me, but that is your choice. I get it. Now I do what I do. It's up to you. Now our data, you know what this data is used for again? When you want to do the investigations, we take out the data and then we sample, then we take out some other interested events that are going to happen here. So in other words, let's say when are the vote again? Vote they collected the data, okay. Now in this ward 12, ANC now like this unit, again how many number of things. So if they want to collect, they say in this cuckoo, they collect only the numbers you collect for ANC, so such as check or we name. So we know without collecting the data again. Or sometimes re nyaka tswa you need to take ba fekolo or you need to take ke ba swana wa bona then we're going to do investigation about the age. So just collect, so okay, kamo botile ba between 15 or between 18 to 25. Ke bona wa we need to check age, okay? Maybe carry at the table. Remember we have the ungrouped data. So let's say in that way. Can you see that say the arrange in order size? Now ungrouped data, there is no continuation. I get ungrouped data simply means we are going to have a data on its own. If we are talking about counting, we are saying they are discrete. When counting, like counting people cannot say so well between one another. So if you are one, you are one, two. That is perfect, okay? So it's not like we're counting something that we must continue, like we're drawing a graph of a histogram or something like that. So right here we're doing a correct count. If we the marks, ja lena, omo le mo na le ja ya get, just kopana le ja omo. So right if we do 5, ke 5 ya, ba la re mako ma so 5, mako o be ke 7, mako o raro ke and so on. When I get. So we count things that they are stand on itself, I get that can stand on its own. Then we get to a group data. When we say group data, that one is continuous. Maybe when you measure the height, that one normally apply in large of data. Maybe when you go create the height then we cannot measure everyone. Okay? Regardless, okay, now when you go height between this one and this one. Or maybe when you go check up performance by age. If you're by this, we have 1,000 people. You can do what you call a frequency. Check out, okay, power age between 18 and 20. Then we simplify our data. Rather than writing a set of 100 people in that sheet, it's going to be confusing. That's why we have a group data and ungrouped. So some other values, they want what? They want to be grouped. Especially the group data is coming with the large of data. Okay? 100 or 120. It's not easy to write data. 1,000. It's going to be difficult to analyze again. But if you want to analyze quickly, we say okay, the level ones only. Then we count okay, level one and put in one group again. Then we want the level twos, then we put in another group. But remember, those levels, there is a continuation from level one to level two. That's why we say the group data is a continuous data. Because once you say level 2, there is a range from 0 to 29. From 32, can you see there is a continuation? That's what we call by a group data. But that is just to understand. That is not they will not they will ask you index again. So just to have the basics before then continue. Now it means here when you say group data, you don't see the tables normally again because we don't have something that are continuous. You see a simple data that are stand on equal. Right? Now this is the key. When you have data, if you want to work nicely, arrange it in terms of order. But normally we prefer what? We do an ascending order again. There will be an ascending order there. you must do in ascending. So I get. So that is the work of creator to arrange the data. I get. So that is nothing. Now they say there is a mode. They talked. I'm sure on the questions there is a mode. The number that repeats itself more than the other ones. I get. Or the most frequency. Or whether the number with the highest frequency. So that people feel a question of level frequency. The one with the higher frequency. What does it mean? It means there is a mode in there. Let's say we find the frequency that normally the level choose, especially in measuring, there are lot of people that will get level choose from 32 to 41. So maybe 7 of them, the rest it's over scattered. Almost 50, 2 years, 60, and so on. So that is the score that occurs more often. That is the mode. So if there are numbers, I get. So if there is a child, what we do? Then we say the mode is this and this. I get. So you just repeat all that. So you will repeat more than one. If they are repetition, then it means we take both of them. And then it will be wrong to write one. I get. You must write this number and that number, both of them. That is the mode. Now the median is the middle number. Now this median is also represented by Q2. Again, when you say Q2 is the median, then we come to the other quartiles when we talk about it. But they say the middle number in the set of ranked data. Ranked, ranked to rank must be in ordered data. So are not median or any data. A ranked one, so ascending order, from there you rank it again. Right? The mean, or sometimes they say average, we use the X bar again. Now, this X bar saying what? The total number of the listed. What is the total? The total means we've added again. This total should be the sum of the value of the number that is listed. Now, in mathematical notation, we say the sum is a sigma. Those who do grade 12, they've seen that in the number pattern again. Then we use the sigma of those numbers, that is the sum, divided by the total number. Total number, how many are there? Again. Now this one of the frequency, this one is in fact belongs to the group data. But just say the total number or how many data are there. Again. Distributed by n. So you can use words, you can use the mathematical notation. Now from there we have the range, the largest value, which is what? Maximum. The smallest value, which is minimum. That's what the shortcut that we can accept, we can use. So the answer there, will, of course, will be what? Will be the range. Maybe the bigger number is 10, the smallest number is 5. Scar 10 minus 5 or 8. That's not the final answer. No, in math you must simplify. Again. Leave your answer in simplified form. In such a way, you cannot do anything with that. Again. That will end there. Quartiles, divide the data spread into quarters. Everyone will put back quarter again. Another put quarter. So Tabasa more village in Yavarin. Quarter everywhere. Let's leave you we which one? So the quartiles, how many are they? How many quarters do we have? How many? Eh? There are? Yeah? How many are they? 3 or 4? They are 4. Hey, let's don't want to lawful by cut into 4, one quarter challenge. Over level up, was got Ponya Mato with you when I would be no level allowed by each one, then take out 4. So a loaf takes off 4 quarters again. Then there is how many quarters? There is Q1. What is the name of the Q1? What is the name of Q1? Lower quartile. Q2. Again. Then Q3. Then what is another chord? Because now I'm saying, what is another chord? Eh? So from minimum to the Q1, that is the first quarter. From Q1 to Q2, second quarter. From Q2 to Q3, another quarter. From Q3 to other one. So in other words, there are 4, but we don't count. We don't normally we don't say Q1 minimum and maximum. There are the quarters, but they are there. That's when we do. It means our quarter is dividing our data into 100%. That's clear. But we get to box and whisker will explain the quarters clearly. Percentiles, divide the data spread into 100. Then the percentiles, we work similar with the quarters. Again, if you have the percentiles, you can get our data being spread. When you say spread, we summarize in 100%. When I really be whether outlier or inliers still there. Right, they're saying the position of the latest percentile, e.g. Now this is what we do. Now we'll be familiar to this formula again. That is similar. That is only what the position, but not the answer. Like what I get. So calculate, substitute wait. This is the position. You go to your data and look at that position. Then that will find your answer again. So what is this? Yeah. If it's then I will find you there. So that the position is where you will find that date. Then you must go there on that position to find it. So that position you don't have the answer, then you must go and look for that answer afterwards. So now there's lower quartile, 25th percentile, then this 25% of the data. That is the quarter number 1. Where does it come from? This is quarter is from minimum to Q1. Again, minimum to, let's use the arrow to, because if I say minus, it will be different. From minimum to Q1, that is what? Q1. Again, is that correct? Now they're saying to find the position of Q1, some other people they use only A. It's up to you. The difference of the answer will be about the commas. Again, not the whole thing, but about the commas. So you decide whether you use n plus 1 or you use n. But normally we prefer n plus 1. Okay. So right, that is they will ask you this question, or at Q1, what percentage of the data is that? Again, it's only getting right from the minimum to the Q1. We only have 25% of the data. Again, rather than only quarter of the states that we have. Now the median, I said it is Q2. This one is Q1. Again, this 50th percentile of the data. Now that's how to get the position. Again, up to you. Then now upper quartile is represented by Q3 again, which is 75th percentile of the data. Then that will be seen on the box. Now this is the position for the formula. But if we are struggling with these formulas, you can use one formula again. The formula for the half, it will cater all of them. Just that you must understand your data again. We'll see on the examples. Now the interquartile range, just take note of this one again. I'm going to use that one if that cannot give us a stress. Remember, I like consistency again. I don't want people that cram a lot of things. I just want consistency. If one can work for all, then I try to by all means to do that. Right, the interquartile range, this one is simple. You simply remember the range is when you involve something bigger minus something smaller again. So right, the Q3 will always be bigger than the Q1. So mean that the interquartile range here, we subtract the two ranges, the quartiles, because there's a quarter in there. Then that's what we do, we subtract the two. Then the same interquartile range, you take your answer here. Same means divide by 2. When I get, then divide that by 2. Now there is 5 number summary. You know that we already catered. There is a minimum, Q1, the median, which is Q2 again. Then there is what? Q3 and the maximum. Then you know them very well. Discuss that. The box and whisker diagram. Now, let's come to the box and whisker diagram. Now on the box and whisker diagram, before we come to the other things, on the big box and whisker diagram, before you draw it, you must make sure that you have the scale. Like when Because not a box and whiskey, I'll talk a scale. We're not going to give you marks. Whether the values are correct or not, then I will be harsh to give you marks, because once you don't have the scale, you will fail to get whether it's symmetrical, skew to the left or right. You must get the scale correct, I guess, depending on that what you have. Now, number one, that what you have to have, you must have the scale row. In other questions, they give you the scale, then when you put in your diagram, okay? So now they say this is the box Q1, Q and Q3 and the Q2 here. That will be the box, and this the minimum and the maximum are the whiskers, and that's why it's called the box and whisker. Now, having this box and whisker diagram, then after doing that, you must write normally the values that are not there. If you would really a scale like this, then you find that this number here, you must write that maybe on top, or you put a number here. Or you can put it down up here. If it's 7, you put 7. Maybe between maybe scale is also 5, 10. So I can move between 5 and 10. You must show that it's 7. Yeah? So that we don't get confused. So let's have the scale correct. Right now, the other one, we have the skewness of the data. What do you mean by the skewness of the data? On which side or which concept or which side or which value of the data is our data concentrated. Maybe we might find that it's concentrated above 50%. Okay. If you're letting it right now, you might find that our data is concentrated above 50%. What do we mean? If you normally test, but above 50. So you see our box and whisker shifting towards after 50%. What is after 50%? It's after the median. Alright, if you find that after median there is a large space, it means our data is more concentrated to that side above 50%. It means more people will be having the marks maybe that are more than 50%. Then, but if it's between, but the bar is low, it means the other marks, if it's depending on the marks, it means less people they've got less than 50%. So that's what we mean by the skewness of the data. So that's what we need to do. They will trick you about these things, but once you do more questions, you see them. All right. That is box and whisker. We'll get into. But what we want to emphasize is that from here to here is how much? 25%. From here to here, how much? 25%. From here to here, Q2 to Q3. From Q3 to that one is what? Can you see that we get 100%? Now the trick is that they will ask you what is the percentage of the data from the minimum to the maybe to the median. Then you say, what do you say? What is the percentage of the data from the median? From the minimum to the median. What is the percentage of the data from the median to the quartile 3? You see someone say 75. You must listen to the question, because if you don't understand the question, you won't get the correct answer. Again. So from the median to the quartile 3, how many percentage of the data? That will be 25. But from the minimum to the quartile 3, that will be 75% of the data. Ita way cover 75% of the data. That is 3 quarters. Again. 3 quarters means 3 over 4 again. Yeah, so those are the questions of the grade 10. These ones, when I will change grade 11 and 12, they want to spice the exam and give you marks, I guess. Because they don't expect you to get 0 on that. Right, that is another thing. 1.3.2, 13.2, that is the same, the skewness of the data. So I was just trying to explain what does it mean. Now, normally they take the there is a way when you do using the diagram again. But look, even this diagram, the first one here, how do you look at it here? We can see that the data here that says symmetrical. What do you mean by the symmetrical? It means from Q1 to Q to the median, the space is the same as from the median to the Q3. So that's why it's symmetrical. But now look at this one. This is what? This is Q2 again. This is Q. This is Q1. What do you observe on the space? This space here and this one. Kaya moving spaces in before Q2 or after Q2? Before. When now if it's before, we're going to say now it means our more data is concentrated on that side again. So it means we're going to say negatively skewed. So if that is this one, you'll say this one is negatively skewed, or you say skewed to the left, whichever way. But as long as that is showing that it's saying something to the left or negative. Then now, of course, if the box is this way, then you can see that larger space is here. What would be that? Positively skewed or skewed to the right, I get. Then now, sometimes if we don't have the box and whisker diagram, then you must have another way of doing that, I get. What is that way? I think normally it's just 3 ways. I've seen a lot of things that are different there. So, but if we have the numbers, normally we use, some are using the mean minus the median. You see that again? Something use the mean minus the median. Now, if the answer here is 0, it means what? Symmetrical. That clear? Because 0 is in between the two things. 0 is neutral, I get. So neutral in here we say symmetrical. Then now, if we have the mean minus the Q2, which is the median, and then you find the answer that is what? Greater than 0. What does it mean? It's positive. Then you conclude by saying that is positively skewed. Now if you say this one minus Q2, and then you get the answer that is negative, then that is what? Negatively skewed or skewed to the left. But sometimes you find that you didn't calculate the mean. You don't have the mean. I've seen others using that. What is the center here? It's Q2 again. So what does it mean? Normally they just check the numbers again. Say, okay, Q2 minus Q1. Can you see that? What is the answer will be on this space here. When you say that, the answer will be on this space. Now, of course, we're going to compare this answer with what? Q3 minus Q2. Can you see that? Now, of course, the one that is going to have a bigger answer. Now we compare the two spaces. Remember, it means this will give us the answer as a block here. And this will also give us an answer as maybe a block here. Then now we compare the two answers. If the one is having a bigger block by the value, it means that our data is concentrated at that side. Then it means our data is skewed to that side. You're the two answers. Is that clear? Right. That's how we can say if you don't have the box and whisker again. Or maybe you find the box and whisker that is not easily predictable, whether it's positively or negative, then that's what you can do. But sometimes it's confusing. You see like symmetrical, sometimes you see that negatively skewed, but when you do the calculations, you find that maybe it's positively skewed or negatively skewed. Okay? So rather, if the box and whisker is confusing you to conclude, then you cannot just say it's symmetrical. Then you must calculate again. Right, the outliers. Now the outliers, they are say data values less than or data values greater than the one that we have that are concentrated or that are normal. Let's say we write the test, and then after reading the test, we find that our marks are ranging between 0 and 30%. and there comes another learner, get 75. Can you see that there is an outlier? Because out of this data needs the marble, there's 5, 10, 15, 30, 7, and so they are more close to each other. But then comes another number, the person at 75 or at 90, only that person. That mark there, we call it an outlier. Because what is happening that is not, we cannot use that number to do our conclusions. Because umuti ajer 90 rand, yeah, number one, no. Then that's why it's an outlier. We need to compete with what we have here, the more considered data. So that's why that is the use of an outlier. Exactly. So right, it can happen. Or 5. From 5, we start to have 40s. Whenever 40 something, you know, at year 5, then that lower number is an outlier. We consider as an outlier again. But sometimes it's not easy to predict. But with some of the other data is easy. When I get the number of jana would say there after when I get, then that will be an outlier. If I'm very low, from there they come to exam, then that will be an outlier again. Right? Like look at this gap here. Can you see this gap here? There must be an outlier because look at that. From that data, these numbers are starting to be very close to each other when I get on the summary. So it means the number that will be somewhere here on the minima, that should be somewhere close to the outlier again. But of course, if you are failing to do that, maybe you have a bigger number, then you can use this formula here, saying I'm going to take the Q1 minus 1,5 times the interquartile range. You know how to calculate the interquartile range, okay? Then you do that. Then any number that will be less than this value here, that will be less than this value. What do you say? It will be an outlier. And then we calculate the upper limit. Now we add. Can you see? Use the same formula, but we add to the upper limit. Any number that is going to be greater than this number that we get here, we call it an outlier. So our data, this one covers the normal data that can we use to predict. Again, so then we'll say anything outside is an outlier. Now, of course, well, did they show you how to calculate the standard deviation using the calculator? You've done that, I get. Good. And the mean and others, I get. Right now, the variance, that one, it was used by us when we don't have the method of the calculators. We used to do this one. But for the variance is the spread of the data, how our data is being spread out. So because there is some deviations inside, again, when you say deviation, we take the differences. So that differences will give us how our data is being spread out. What do you mean by spread out? The check out na marga jarna di pathology buganga. Are they covering from 0 to 100 okay? Or they are only covered or concentrated or they are spread to the left where we only have less than 50 marks only. So that is the variance. Now let's go to the don't worry about the formula now. Maybe we'll explain when they ask us question, but it's important to understand the variance, I get, or what is happening. But here is our normal data minus the mean, all squared divided by n, I get. Now, there are some other things, but we'll talk on the applications. Now, this just is summary and the theory or what's happening. Now, let's quickly get to the applications and see if we can do that. So, this is our data again. Can you see that this data includes the even numbers? What do you mean by even numbers? What do you mean by the even numbers? Or the n there will be divided by 2, I get. That's the even number. Now, how many numbers are here? Let's count. The first 3, or we can use this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So our data is 16 numbers. Is 16 divided by 2? Is it divided by 2? No. then it's an even number. Then I did that but because I want to use my own formula. It's fine. Determine the mean. The mean is fine. Can you capture the data on the calculator? Quickly, let's do it quickly. Yeah? Yes. Now the calculators after entering the data, you still have the sum and that. Now if you want to do the normal way, you say the mean equals to the sum of xi over n. Now tell me the sum. Of course, n we have. N guy 16. Now what will be the sum? What will be the sum? 483. 483. Now you press your calculator, give me the answer divided by 60. What do you get? 20, 30, 19. Of course, you do convert it to two decimal places. Then you get your marks. Then now everyone is getting that on the calculator. Yeah? Are you sure? The grade 12 should have done it because I sent this to them. Alright, what is the mode? Now, one other thing that we didn't do, we must do what first? We must arrange our data in ascending order. Now, let's start arranging our data. Which one is the smallest number here? I'm seeing 11, Let's arrange it here. 8. There is 8. What is the second number? 11. 15. Another 50. Next one. 21. 22. 22. 22. 24. 26. 31. 33. 36. Yeah? 36 again. 36. 78 is the last one. 83. Hey. So let me write here 78, 83. Now we are done. There must be 16. Count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If there are not 16, then you missed out on a number. You must make 5. That is the crucial step there. Because if you miss that one, you are out. So let's make sure that we check our data again. Now, what is the mode? You simply say the mode equals to 22. Good. What is the median? What is the median? Can you see there are 60? There are 16 again. Now, what is the formula? Because we must start by the median again. We said the formula is saying half of n plus 1 again. That is the position again. Of what? Of Q2. And then remember, what is this one? That will be the 50% is fine. That will be the 50%. But what we have here, we need to have, what is n? How many numbers are there? 16 plus 1. What do you get? What is the answer? H, 5. Can you see that? We are having 8, 5. It means once we have a comma, our median is not part of the data. Is that clear? It's not part of the data. It's going to be somewhere between the two numbers of the data. Again, let's count. What is our target? We count number up to number 8. Again, then we take that comma. We'll take number 9 and 8. We add them. Again, what is number 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This 22. But saying comma, then we must come to this one. Now, what does it mean? It means, this simply means that our data, our Q2 is going to be in the center of this. Can you see that? That's why you need to be careful. Now this will be our Q2. Now, what do you get if you add them? Q2 equals to, you add the two numbers 22 plus 24 over 2. What is the answer? 20? 23. But of course, the number that is between the 22 and 24 is the whole number that is 23. What? But you don't guess it. Just calculate the normal way you get the point. That is clear again. Now, can you see that? Okay, now we have this one. It's clear. Now our median is 23 here. Can you see that that 23 is not part of the data? Then meaning that on the half, that will be half. It means where is our half? It means our first half will start by this first. How many the numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the first half we have that. On the other half we have that. Then, but we'll come to another example. Let's not confuse them. Now, what else? They say the median, simply write Q2 equals to 23. Now, what is the lower quartile? Lower quartile is the half of the first half. Half of the, hence I want to use this formula again. To get what? The lower quartile. So now let's use it. So now the formula for the lower quartile is how much? 25% again of the data. Then I will still use this one of n plus 1. What do you get? Don't worry. That's why I'm saying I need to use one formula. I want to keep one formula. I said it's the half of the first half. Is that clear? I don't want many formulas. Now that is n plus 1. I get half of that. Now what is the first? Now that's where the trick is. What is the numbers on the first half? How many numbers are there? We said 8. Then we will put 8 here. 8 plus 1. What is the answer? 4, 4, 5 or 2, 5? 4, 5. You see that? So it means I'm going to target number 4 and 5 because there is a comma. Is that clear? That is, don't worry, the Q1 is the half of the first half. Now, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there is this number 5 because of that comma. Then these two numbers. It means my Q1 will be between these two. It's not part of the data again. It will be between these two numbers. So what do you get? When you add them, what do you get? Divide by 2. You get 80. Can you see you have to calculate? You all get 80. Nice one. Then we move. Q3. Let's go to Q3. Now under Q3, it means Q3 is the half of the second half. Then I need to use my same formula. Can you see? I use one formula. I don't want many formulas to confuse me. I use one, then I'll always get it right. Now I'll say here, that will be 75%. That will be still half of n plus 1. But of course, this one's just saying I want 75% of that data again. But it's not correct to write in that way. In fact, you must say just write 50% because 1 half again. You must just write 50% there. But the nice thing is that formula again. Now, how many numbers are there on the other part? That forming the second half. There's still 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you say half of 8 plus 1, you still get the same number. What do you get? 4,5. But 4,5 from this number here. Can you see that? So starting with this number. Yeah. Then from this number, our counter on the right. How many numbers? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But because there is comma, then I will take the next one again. So it's what? Between these two. So the numbers again is not part of the data, must be the center of these two again. Then so say 33 plus 36, what do you get? Divided by 2, dividing 34. 34 comma, you have comma, all of you, 34,5. Now that's what we get here, 34,5. That will be our Q3. Can you see I used one formula? Then I'm safer doing that. Now the range, now you see your data, then the range will be what? Of course, you'll say the range equals to 70, 83 minus, what is the last number? 8. What do you get? 70? 75. Is that clear? Interquartile range, nice one. You simply say equals to Q3 minus Q1. I get? Don't just write numbers. Please write with this formula standard. I get? Q3 ko guys? 34,5 minus 23. Is it 80? Equals to 16,5. You all get that. Same interquartile range, you simply divide that by 2 again. So now we'll say 16,5 divided by 2. What do you get? 8, outliers. Then now we need to use the calculator again, but not the calculator. Let's use the formula. What is the first one? We said the first limit is Q1 minus 1,5 multiplied by IQR. I get. And the second limit is Q3 plus 1,5 multiplied by IQR. Now let's identify outliers. What is the first one? I want this lower limit. What do we have? Q1 is 18 again, minus 1,5. IQR guys, 16,5. Now what is the answer here? What's the answer? Minus 6,75. Can you see the lower limit? It's fine. Let's get the upper limit. Q3 guys, 42,75 plus 1,5 multiplied by IQR. What is Q3? No, I must substitute. I want everything. Why are you giving me only the answers? Don't just give me the answers. Right. Keep guys. 34,5 plus 1,5 multiplied by 16,5. So what is the answer? 59,25. Can you see that? Now, this is the lower limit, I get. Now, if you have to put them together, fine, you can put them in the formula here and write them as minus 6,75 and 59,25. Is that clear? Now, we check. Is there any number that is negative? Or there is no lower limit of outlier. Now, we check as well. Or if this side there is nothing, but let's check this side. This side, are there any number that are greater than 59,25? Okay. From 78 and was the 60 well inside this interval. Then what are the outliers? Then you simply write that. Let me erase here. So if they are saying the out, can you see? They are saying outliers, not outline. Or they are more than one again. Then this one is then problem. Then we say 78 and 83 are outliers. Clear? Now let's go to example 2 quickly. Now in this example 2, you don't have to copy the answers, you must understand, I get. you may not take the whole process, but take out only the final answers and work on your own. Check if you get there. If you don't, it means you don't understand. I get. Yeah. For now, you can focus on the procedure, how to write and other parts and the answers. Then you move on. If you copy everything, you'll focus on copy. Right now, this example includes what? Odd numbers. What are odd numbers? Of course, the numbers cannot be divided by 2. So it means we must have numbers that are not in odd. Let's start put our data in order to be safer on whatever they want. Again, let's put in how many are they? They say they are 11. A courier company does a survey on the number of parcels transported in an 11-day period. Can you see that these statistics? This the delivery guy is taking the stats on how many parcels are delivered for 11 days, so that I can know that there will be a profit or what. When I know that every day I deliver between this number and this number. Now they say then there's a business there, then we must continue that. Can you see that? That's how they do with the analysis of the statistics, right? The result is as follows. Now it means in day 1 there is 12. Day 2 there are 10 parcels delivered and so on. Just for your understanding again. So don't just see numbers there. They mean that day 1 they delivered this number of parcels, day 2 and so on. But let's put them in order. What do we have? The lowest number is 8. That is the second one. Another 8. The third one. Here. 10. Yes. That is 8, not 3. And the next one, 12, 16, yeah, 17, 18, another 18, and we have what? Another 18, and what? 25, and what? 26. They're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Make sure that you count them after. Sorry for. Yes. What do you say? 18. You see 3, that is 8. Just correct it, right? 8. I'm saying it's 8. Let's continue. Let's done it there. The minimum number there is 8. Done. Right now, our data is in order. Again, nice one. So if you put your data in order, it means it's easy to answer this other following question. Now, determine the mean. What did you mean? Get the mean quickly. X bar. If you just use calculators, just say write X bar and give me the answer. 16. Is everyone getting 16? You just write that to get your 2 marks, I guess. Because you used calculator. What is the mode? 18. What is the median? What is the median? Now, can you see that if you use our formula then, because the numbers are odd, we're going to get the median that is part of the data. When I get. So now let's do it. We want the median, I get. Let's get the position of that is 1 over 2 into n plus 1. What is that? How many numbers? 11 plus 1 is 12, I get. So what is 12 divided by 2? What do you get? 12 divided by 2. We use calculators. Do you have calculator? 6. Right, now let's come to number 6. We're going to get the exact number. When yellow is part of the data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? Even if you come this side, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you still get that number again. But if it's an order, start from the beginning going there. So now, can you see that? Let me do this one. Now, can you see that this 70 here is out? Can you see that? It's out. We take it out. That is the median. Now, what do you say by the median? To say Q2 equals to 17. Now, it means the first half is consisting of how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 numbers are the first half. So if I use the formula now, I have 5 numbers. Can you see that? Because now 17 was part of the data and it's out. It's counted out. So when I get, because of it's taken as a median. Now I'm going to check what are they looking for? Lower quartile. When I get, so using the same formula, half of n plus 1. What do you have? Half of, how many numbers are there? These numbers are 5. So I'll put 5 here, plus 1. Then, what will be the answer? 6 divided by 2? 3. Then it's on position number 3. So I'm going to check position number 3. What do you get? Can you see how simple it is to use the one formula? So now, we'll say, conclude that Q1 is what? 10. Now I'm going to what? Upper quartile. Now on the upper quartile, it means I have how many numbers? This one, 5. Then I'll use that P, the half of that, you can say 50 half of n plus 1 equals to what? Half of, you guys? 5 plus 1 again, equals to 3. What do you notice? It means if you use the half, the 2 quarters will have the same numbers, but you must know where to count from. It means you can count 1 then that. So running number 3 again, but starting from this part. 1, 2, 3. It means this one is the what? Q3. So say Q3 is 80. That is nice, I get. The range, cause interquartile range, and I have to do another example because they are repeating. But you see, I wanted to show you doing the lower quartile, median, and the other part. But be careful. Normally, this technique you must always start by median. The techniques that you start by median. Even if they want quartile 1 first, go and get the median first, so that you can know the numbers after half, the first half you can see. The numbers of the second half is. If you don't start by median, it's going to give you problems. And you're going to not get it correct. Is that clear? Always this technique start by median. Otherwise, use the old formula. Yeah, 1 over 2, 4 over 3 over 4, and so on. So, don't interchange them. As long as we arrive to the same answer. Now, let's go to this one. What is this one? This is the application of the mean. Application of the mean, and then there is box and whisker diagram. You did this example, right? Because it's not that page 2. Okay, it's fine. Let's do this one quickly. Now, what do we have? The coins of 10 money bags were counted. The result was 10 money bags. There were 10 money bags. Inside each bag, they found this number of coins. Now, the first bag, they had 20 coins. This one in a 2x unknown. This one in a 15 and blah 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 blah. That way. That is the statistics. Now, we're still having our data. Can you see that is given? Now, they're saying the average number of coins per bag is 23. That's why it is tricky. Can you see that? The average number of coins per bag is 23. Can you see that? It means when they're saying per bag, they don't say the average inside the bag of 20 is 23. So they're saying the average of this is how much? It's 23. Now calculate the value of x in terms of the integer, to the nearest integer. That's another thing you have calculated marks. You don't read the question full. Musono ba calculate x. Yeah, I can see that. After palagram penalize one mark gap, you smale the nearest integer. Be careful of that. Alright, now let's do it. What do we have here? What is this number here? 23. The mean. 20 equals to the mean. Can you see that? But what is the formula of the mean? The mean is the sum of the data over n. How many data are there? 10. It means now we also have n equals to 10. Can you see that? What is left is us to do the sum. But the data is there again. Now let's substitute. We have 23, which is the mean, equals to now the sum. We're going to add 20 plus 2x plus 15 plus 30 plus 32 plus 42 plus x plus 21 plus 22 plus 30, 80. Sorry for that space, but we can divide by 10. So 23 equals to, now it's no longer statistics. You know, then you must be putting numbers and the x's are different. So now let's add them. We add those ones with x without x together again. So that will be 20 plus 15 plus 30 plus 32 plus 42 plus 21 plus 22 again plus 18. What do you get? Calculate again. You must be pressing. It was surprise that exam moved going. I'll do the press we again. Now we get what? 200 plus. Now they are the ones with x. They are like terms. Look at over 10. Now, you know how to remove the denominator again. What do? Multiply both sides. If there is a equation again. Then if it's not both equations, of course, you cannot remove that again. What do you get? 230. So that will be 23 multiplied by 10 equals to 200 plus 3x. Now I told you already, if you have a denominator, then you want to take it. As soon as you jump at the equal side, it must be take the opposite side. Here's dividing. What is the opposite of dividing? Then once you jump the equal side, whether we're going to which side, as soon as you jump the equal side, there must be a change about you again. Now this 230, what would I minus equals to, what will be the answer here? That is 30 equals to, now we divide both sides by 3, what do you get? So 10 equals to, that will be the case there. Now use the box, use the information to draw the box and use the diagram. What should we do? Now you must go and fill in the x and get our data correctly. So that will be 20 times 2 times 10, 20. Then x here 10. Now we need the box and whisker. How do you do the box and whisker? Part number summary, and then you do that. Let me draw one box and whisker, and then from there you see what to do. What is the minimum number? That will be 10 again. Let's put our data in order. That will be 10. What is the next number? 15. 15 next number. 18 next number. Okay. There's 20. Next number. 21. There's another 20. 20 and the next one. 21. What do you get? 22. What do you get? 30. From there, there is 32. From there, 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can erase these ones. Right. Now we need the minimum. What is the minimum? So we must start by finding the first number summary again. From there, we'll be able to draw. Now let me find that. Right. What is the minimum? 10 again. What is the maximum? 42. What is the Q1? What is the Q1? Or we must start Q2 again. What is the Q2? Yeah. What is Q2? Quickly. Are yeah. What do you get? You're forgetting. So this is an even number. So rather the 5 and the 6, the two numbers must be part of the median again. So which is this one and this one? Can you see that? The median will be at the center of these two again. What will be the number here? Of course, that will be 20 and a half. 20 and a half again. Do you get that? Yes, that is 20 and a half. Now, you know that that is the other part. Now, let's go to Q1. What is Q1? 80. Then we have an if odd numbers here. One of the center should be the Q1 again, which is what? 80. Because of this order. When we count from here, we count from 20, 20, 18 in this one. So that will be what? 80. Now what is Q3? Now even this side we have 5, 1, 2, then number 3, that will be that. So you're good now with these things again. So you don't even be tempted to change what you know again. Right now we can have the scale to draw the boxen with. Of course the scales will be different, but it must be a scale. A scale is a scale. If you do your own scale with the spacing that are different, with the ranges between those numbers are different, we're going to just give you less marks. Alright, what is the minimum number? 10. So let's use 10 again. Now it doesn't matter where we start. Hey, I'm not in a good position to put a line, but let me try to put a straight line. Or let me use these numbers here. I must sit down to draw the line. Now let's use this line that is visible here. Can you see that? Now I'll say here that will be what? 10 again. Now because I must go with 10, doesn't mean from 10, I must have the equal numbers that are coming. If I go moving with 2, I can start saying 12, 40, and so on. As long as the distance between are equal again. Yeah, even if you start by 100, moving on, the spaces between must be equal. That will be the scale. Now 10, should I say 50? Let's move so that we can cover that quickly. And this spacing must also be the same. 15 and what? 20. From 20. Can you see I'm trying to keep my spaces equal again? From 22, then from 25 to, from 32, from 35 to 40, from 42. If you let you cover the maximum again. Right now, which row? That will be my line. When I get. Now let's start. What is the minimum? 10 again. I'll do this one. What is the Q1? or maximum, I can just start going that order. Maximum is what? 42. So I'll estimate my 42 to be somewhere here. Can you see that? Now if I do like this, can you see between the numbers? Then I'll rather write 42 there, so that I know that would be 42, which is the maximum. I get, but it's not on the numbers of my scale that I'm written there. Right now from there, like Q1 like 18. 18 will be somewhere here again. Here. And then I'll write 18 here. Then now, what is the line? Q2 20,5. 20,5 of course supposed to be somewhere here. If not mistaken. What is the line? Q3 is how much? 30 here. Now can you see that? Now I join the center lines that are between the minimum and the maximum, and I must join this one and join this one. Now what is left? I'll do the whiskers. Now done. Is that difficult to do? Follow the procedure. Then now from there, what you have, they ask you question based on that. Is it skewed to the left or what? So now, but that's how to draw a box of whiskers. Start with the scale. From the scale, then put your things again. After doing the 5 numbers somewhere. Right here is the application of the box and whisker. Now they draw it for you and then they ask you the questions. So you've done that. You've done that again. Did they was not the example? That is homework. Okay, so fine. Quickly, which percentage of the data lies between 15 and 55? That will be 50% again. That will be 50%. Nice one. Calculate the difference between the median and the third quartile. Between the median here again, Q2, and the third quartile, which is this one. They say calculate what? The difference between this one, yeah, that is 10 again. 3.3, determine the range of the data. That is simple again. 75 minus 50. What do you get? 60 or 65? Yeah? 5 minus 5 will be 0. So 5 is 12. That's what you do the exam and they'll give you zeros. Punch your calculator. Don't be lazy. If you want to practice the mental, you have time at home. Comment on the skewness of the data. So that will be negatively skewed or skewed to the left again. Negatively skewed. What percentage of the data is more than 65? Okay? 25%. That's what the question. You must be careful. When I percentage of the data more than 65%. That is 25. Because I'm moving from Q3 to the maximum. The homework one, I'm sure you've done it again. That is the same as the one of the mean again. Calculating the x. They wanted what? The mass of the other one, which is the x again. Now, here I'm interested where the average is fine again. Calculate the average. You don't have problem again. Calculate the standard deviation. Can you get me the standard deviation using the calculator? You said you know that again. You said you know how to do that. So you must get me the standard deviation. You have that. What did you get? Yeah? So mine is just mode. I'm looking for the state. So for mine is number 3. When I do yours, from there I'll be looking for one variable, which is number 1 there. Now I'll only have one variable, which is that one. So I'll punch the data. So I have 12, enter, 10, enter, 25, enter, 18, enter 26, enter that, 18, enter that. That will be 8 again. This data seems like it's repeating. 17, 18, 18, 16. How many are there? They say 11. So mine 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. They are 11. So even here you can see that it showed me that they are 11 when I. So if you punch more than, and you must be careful when you punch in the numbers, because you miss by one digit, it's going to give you the wrong answer, and it will not say error, and you will smile and say, nah, I'm good. Only find other, I'm going to give you a 0 on that. Right now, when you're done, of course, number is 8. Yes, if you do a mistake, you can go back again, like this, and punch what? Not this one. Will I be able to delete this one? Is it what? 8. Here. Then it's done. Then I've erased that again. Now when you're done, you press AC. Now from there say shift. Then you look at for the state again. Then they want what? They want the standard deviation again. So which is here we get to number 4. It's under the variance. Which one do we use? Number 3. Look at the sign okay, you again. So you say 3, then you press here. Then you all get 5,83. Right, now you know how to get the standard deviation. So you do this sign equals to 5,83. Alright. Now they say, let's get 5.3. It is uneconomical if the number of the parcels are 1 standard deviation. Did they show you about 1 standard deviation? Of the 1 standard deviation below the average? What percentage of the strips falls into this category? Now, here, I don't want people to lose marks. There is a free 2 marks or 1 mark that is always be there. If it's 3 marks, there is a 2 free marks, again. Then you must use the formula to get that. So be careful, again. Can you see they're saying 1 standard deviation below the average? Can you see that your answer is on the standard deviation and the mean? Because the average is the mean. Can you see that they're getting? You won't forget that again. Because they're saying there is standard deviation and what? And the mean. So what do? Obviously, we'll say mean minus the standard deviation. This side to say the mean standard deviation. That is the formula that we need to do. Well, you cannot forget that because they are saying on the quotient standard deviation of the mean. Then you do that. So now you've got the mean. You still have the data. What is the mean? You all got 60. Namile, you do this one. This is a free 2 marks. And then now, what is the mean? 16 minus 5,83. Then 16 plus 5,83. Can you see that? Right. Now, what is the answer here? 12, 10. 10, 17. 17 again. Then from there, what do you get? Yeah? 21. 21, 8. Now you get your 2 marks up to here if you did your things. There are a lot of things that are coming after this one. Is that clear? But the first thing that you must get these marks again. The other 1 mark, is not easy to get again. Right now, let's start with these scenarios. Number 1, can you see here they are saying what? Below. What is below? Outside the interval, but must be this way. I get? Now, below it means the number that is less than 10. I don't want people to calculate only the below number. I want people to calculate everything. So that even if you miss out the information, then you still get your 2 marks. I get? You rather lose 1 mark than losing 2 marks. Because if you calculate one side and then you find that that is the wrong side, then you're going to subtract all the marks. Because you won't get anything when I get. So now, below it means the number that is less than 10,17. Let's count them. How many are they? How many are they? Less than 10. How many are they? There's 8, I get? There is 10. Because 10 is less than 10,17. What is another one? I counted 8. There's another one. Oh, another 8. Can you see that? Because the question is that they want the percentage part. We must start by how many numbers? I get? How many numbers are there? 3. So now, look at the question. It's saying the percentage. I get? But here, we start by looking for the numbers below. How many numbers below that? Numbers below. The numbers below what? 1 standard deviation. I get? How many are they? 3. But the question is not looking for the numbers. When I get? It's looking for the percentage. Then it means out of those 3, how many numbers did we sample out of? 11. Then you say that 3 divided by 11 multiplied by 100. When I get? That will be the percentage. Because that's why I'm saying after calculating that interval, there are a lot of things that they are going to only award you marks, but they are main. So you must grab the 2 marks and then the other ones will study later. So we'll say how much? That will be 3 over 11 times 100. Of course, you can say 100% again. And then what will be the percentage? What will be the percentage? 27,27% again. Right, that percent. Now, the other one, they may not say below. Again. But they may not say below, but they can say what? They can say above. What do you mean by above? The numbers that only consider this one. The numbers that are greater than 21,83. How many are they? Above 21,83. Because these are the integers. Start by counting number 22. Again? 22, 23. You want? King? There is 25 and 20. Only that. So the numbers are 2. If one percentage, you say 2 divided by that total there, divided by that. Again? Now, after above, there is, what is the other weight? What is the other weight? They say within. Can you see that? Within, now we want the ones that are greater than, within is here, greater than this number, but less than this number. So rather, sanjiri orang sama kama ka 11 we audin. Kamu sama ka 21. How many are they? Yau fita kuri if it me greater than 10,7, berjangka 11, 12, 13, 14. Cuma there is 12 again. Orang lama 18 is there again. Another 18, 17, another what? 18 again. List 16. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these numbers are what? 6. If they want the percentage, you take 60 divided by total number again. Then you get that. Now the other one they'll say outside. Let's change the color then. The other one they'll say simply what? Outside. What do you mean by outside? It must be the lower limit and the upper limit. So running the command row header 3 plus 2. Then the outside ones will be 5. Can you see there are a lot of things? Then those are the ways. There is below, above, within, outside. Can you see that? Those are the keywords that you must check after saying one standard deviation. You say below, above, and that. Yes. Yes, but I was on the interval. If they are saying 2 standard deviation, you simply multiply here by 2. Can you see that? If they are saying in 3 standard deviation, you multiply the standard deviation by those numbers. I get that would be the case. But I said strictly your 2 marks will be here on this 2 when I on calculating the interval. Don't say no, I understand. When they say below, I only take this one subtraction. No. You know, in math, when you are busy writing the exam, there are a lot of things that are happening on you again. So just use one way so that you don't have a lot of things in your mind again. Use one way and keep that. Let's see how far away. Now let's just, can we answer this verbally if possible? Now this is another question that will require mind again. The application of homework, but the homework you will do. I hope you've done it. Whoa, because now we're going to the group. The group data will be session 2. Because this is another part that will require lot of things, okay? But you need the knowledge of ungrouped data, okay? Let's finish with this one and go for break. They're saying consider the box here. Consider the following box and whisker diagram. The data contains. What's wrong? They're saying the data contains 9 numbers. There are 9 numbers in this data, okay? The average is what? 60. So far we have an average of 60. When you read the information, put that information down in simple way you can use it, okay? It's not easy to give you a lot of information that's not useful. If you see a lot of things, they are useful, okay? But sometimes if there's just 2 ways, they might not. So the average is 16. All numbers are integers. That is another note. All numbers are integers. It means you cannot find the decimal number. If you find a decimal number, it means something is wrong. That is another note. The 7th and the 8th numbers are different. So what does it mean? It means number. What can I write there? Can I say the 7th number is not equal to? They are not equal. Can you see that? Fine. Are different, but the second number and the third number are the same. The second number is equal to the third number. That's what we have again. Remember, they are 9. Now, if they are 9 in that way, it means before you can come to the box and whisker, it means we can do this. Or should we just write? Let's write number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. Can you see that? If they are in that way, remember on the box they are in order. What is this number here? T1, minimum. Can you see that? What is number here? Maximum. Is that clear? And then they are there on the box and whisker. But that's what we can do with the ordered data. Now, what is the median? When they are 9, the 9 is not divisible by 2. It means that number should be part of the data. Can you see that? The median. Which is that? That will be Q2. Is that correct? Number 5. Then now, there is what? Between this one, right? This 5 is out. Then for the first half, I only consider this first 4. Can you see that? Then in this first 4, which one is the Q1? The number that is here. Can you see that? And this side, what is Q3? The number that is here. Can you see that? So meaning, for me to get Q1, I must say T3 plus, T2 plus T3 divided by 2. And they said T2 and T3, they are equal. So I can combine them, say, to give them T, or I choose to be T2. So that I'll have 2 times 2 T2. Now let's fill in the information that we have before we get to the unknown, to the questions. Now, what is T1? 5. That's good. What is T2? T2 we don't know, and T3. But there is number here, which is Q1. What is that? 10. There is 10 between these numbers. Which is Q1. Then what else do we know? Q2. What is that? There is 13, 11. Okay. Then what is Q3? I 11 is 0. My what is between? Is how much? 24. Then the maximum is. But with the information, we're going to get something. We can get the first ones. I get Q1 you guys 10 equals to, but we said these are equal. So we can have 2 times T2 over 2. So that we can get T2. Once we get T2, we get T3. So what is the answer? You buy right? 10, right? What? When you work your things, you get T2 equals to 10. That is no longer statistics based algebra again. So it means here we have 10 and 10. How many numbers do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still left with 3. I don't want to do here. They also said something. Is there anything that they've said? So I'm looking for T4. I don't know that one. And then what else? They said T7 and T8 are not the same. But let's check the information, the question. Determine the first and the fifth and the ninth numbers. We find what? The first is there again, done. The fifth is there, done. And then the ninth number is there, done. Okay, I'll go remove it. Use the diagram to calculate the second number and the third number. These are done again. And the seventh number. If the eighth number is 25, can you see the video and other information? If eighth number is 25, what is eighth number? 25. Can you see that? So we're still going to use this formula again. So Q3 equals to T7 plus T8 again over 2. But Q3 we have is how much? 24 again. T7 we have. T8 we have how much? Over 2. Mathematically we work. What do we get? T7 equals to? Hey, finish your calculation. 48 minus 25? 23. 23. So now we have T7 is 23. What is left? Now we are left with T4 and T6. How do you go about it? Calculate the first number. If the sixth number is 70. First number, if the sixth number is 70. Now here 70. What do we use? Now we're going to utilize our mean and get that with algebra. Clear? Right. This should be, that's what we should have done yesterday again. Because we still have a lot of activities that we need to cover. But I need to make sure that when you do the activities, we are done with this logistics again. So that when you get to activities, if you understand, you will finish fast again. But if you don't understand, you get stuck and then you take a lot of time. So I prepared about, 20 activities. That 10 is for ungrouped, 10 is for group data, that are for past exam papers, because these are from the guides again. So when you come back, so during break, discuss the group data a bit, so that when you come back, I'm going to fly again. I'm going to be a little bit fast so that we have the time for that activities. They are simple, just that you need to understand the basics. So let's go for break, then we're done.